Voters will decide which candidates will remain on the ballot for November's general election, and that includes the candidates to be Washington's next governor. The candidates at the forefront of this race are Bob Ferguson, Dave Reichert, Mark Mullet, and Semi Bird. One of these candidates facing backlash in recent weeks over a military controversy. Our Jordan Smith is in studio tonight with that story. Jordan.
Yeah, well, it's been nearly 40 years since Washington has had a Republican governor. Semi Bird hopes to break that streak. He's campaigning on familiar talking points for Washington voters, all while fighting recent controversy about his time in the military. Homelessness, housing affordability, and crime. Solve it all by spending less. That's Semi Bird's mission, should he be elected to the state's top position. Bird has plans to audit every department in the state to see exactly how the state's $72 billion budget is being spent, then assess cuts from there. His solution for the surging drug use: up the ante on drug possession laws.
Fentanyl, methamphetamines, should be a Class A felony. It should be a mandatory minimum prison sentence.
Bird blames the presence of 3 cartels for the surging number of drugs and overdoses in the past few years, saying that's who these harsher punishments are designed for. But while cartels, not addicts, are Bird's ideal target, it's difficult to predict how individual cities and police departments would choose to enforce these laws. Bird's campaign has been surrounded by controversy. In a letter from 2009, Bird's superior officer in the military reprimanded him for submitting a false performance evaluation to get a promotion. It also accused him of stolen valor. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yarts asked Bird about that.
Is there anything that you would like to say about that?
Love to. And so what we did was we brought out the evidence that actually disproved the negative statements or the defamatory statements that were brought out.
The Washington GOP said Bird's written response to that memo was, quote, "My actions constitute nothing less than a fraud against the United States Army." And the Washington GOP says that reprimand memo did not result in any official punishment or punitive action by the military. But Bird was also ousted from his position on the Richland School Board last year for voting in favor of violating the state's mask mandate back in February of 2022. According to 538, Bob Ferguson and Dave Reichert are leading the polls, with Mullet and Bird trailing behind. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.